Has someone you care about been changing in ways you can't quite explain? It's common to believe that death in old age comes suddenly, a fall, an illness, a quiet night's sleep. But in many cases, the body actually begins preparing months before that final moment. Sometimes, the signs start as whispers, subtle changes that are easy to brush off as just getting older. But if you know what to look for, these clues can help you recognize when a loved one is nearing life's final chapter. In this video, we'll share 7 signs that often appear about 6 months before an elderly person passes away. They may seem small at first, but each one tells a deeper story about how the body, and even the spirit, is preparing to let go. Stay tuned for the last sign. It may surprise you. Recognizing these signs won't stop the inevitable, but it can help you offer better care, more comfort, and most importantly, more presence, love, and peace in the time that remains. Let's begin. Sign number 1. Sleeping more than usual. One of the earliest and most overlooked signs that someone may be nearing the final months of life is a marked increase in sleep. It may start subtly, a few extra naps during the day, or a tendency to stay in bed longer in the morning. But over time, it becomes more pronounced. Your loved one may begin sleeping 12 to 16 hours a day. Even when they are awake, they might appear groggy, quiet, or emotionally distant, as if their energy has been dimmed from within. This isn't laziness, and it's not just old age. What you're seeing is the body's way of conserving energy. As organs begin to function less efficiently, and as the body prepares for its final chapter, it starts shifting its focus from activity to preservation. Every heartbeat, every breath, every movement uses precious energy, and the body becomes selective about how that energy is spent. Metabolism slows, muscles weaken, and the restorative quality of sleep becomes more important than ever. In these moments, family members often feel conflicted. You may want to encourage your loved one to get up, eat more, or get some fresh air. But pushing too hard can backfire. It may cause unnecessary stress or even frustration, not just for them, but for you. Instead, these extra hours of rest are often the body's quiet request for stillness and care. It's also helpful to understand that longer sleep isn't always peaceful. Many people experience more vivid dreams or even hallucinations during this phase. Some describe seeing loved ones who've already passed, or sensing things others can't see. While this may be unsettling at first, it's often a natural part of the transition. As a caregiver or family member, what matters most is creating an environment where rest feels safe and uninterrupted. That might mean softening the lighting in the room, playing calming music, or simply sitting nearby with a hand on theirs. Your quiet presence can be more comforting than any words. Sign number 2. Less interest in food and drink. In the months leading up to the end of life, one of the most noticeable and often distressing changes is a significant decrease in appetite. Your loved one may begin eating less at each meal, picking at their food, or skipping meals altogether. Favorite dishes no longer appeal to them. Foods they once craved may now be left untouched. Even something as simple as drinking a glass of water may become a challenge. At first, this shift can feel alarming. For most of our lives, we equate eating with health, strength, and survival. So when a loved one begins eating less, it's natural to worry. We may feel the urge to coax, to bargain, or to insist. Just a few more bites. You'll feel better if you eat something. But what's happening goes far beyond simple hunger. As the body begins to shut down, it no longer processes food the same way. Digestion slows. The gut becomes less active. The brain, which usually signals hunger, quiets down. Energy demands drop, and the body begins to draw more from its own reserves. In a very real sense, it no longer needs the same amount of food or fluids to function. taste and smell often fade too. Many elderly individuals report that food no longer has any flavor or that it tastes off. Swallowing may become more difficult, and meals, which were once social and comforting, can now feel exhausting or even burdensome. In some cases, a reduced appetite may also be linked to deeper emotional or psychological changes. Depression, detachment, or even an unconscious awareness that the end is near can cause someone to pull away from the physical act of eating. It's not that they don't appreciate your efforts. It's that their relationship with food is changing, just like everything else. This is where compassion becomes more important than control. Rather than pushing for full meals, try offering small, easy-to-eat options: soft fruits, sips of broth, spoonfuls of pudding, or protein drinks if tolerated. Focus on hydration in gentle ways, like offering ice chips, a favorite tea, or a moist sponge on the lips. And if they decline even these, that's okay too. Your presence, your patience, and your understanding often nourish them more than calories ever could. Remember, eating less in the final months of life is not a sign of giving up. It's a natural, expected part of the body's slowing rhythm. Forcing food may only cause discomfort or frustration, but meeting them where they are, with love and gentleness, brings far more peace. Sign number 3: withdrawal from life and loved ones. As someone approaches the final stage of life, one of the most subtle and often the most heartbreaking signs is emotional and social withdrawal. You may notice your loved ones spending more time alone, turning down visits, or becoming less talkative, even with people they once adored being around. Conversations that used to light them up now seem tiring. Phone calls go unanswered. They may sit in silence for long periods, staring out a window or resting with their eyes closed, even when fully awake. This withdrawal isn't rudeness or disinterest. It's the body and mind gently preparing for departure. It's common for people nearing death to begin detaching from the outside world. It's not because they've stopped loving those around them. In fact, it's often the opposite. Many are simply turning inward, focusing their limited energy on rest, reflection, and letting go. Talking takes effort. Processing emotions takes energy. And when the body is winding down, even these simple acts can become overwhelming. You might also notice a change in how they express emotion. Someone who used to laugh easily may now seem flat or indifferent. They may respond with just a nod or a soft smile, or not at all. Others may seem irritable or withdrawn, even with close family. This isn't rejection. It's the brain, tired and foggy, struggling to engage the way it used to. In some cases, withdrawal can also show up as a fading interest in things they once cared about. TV shows, hobbies, music, even pets. It's not that they don't care anymore. It's that their attention is shifting inward. They're beginning to let go of the routines and roles that once anchored them to this world. For family members, this can be one of the most emotionally painful parts of the process. It can feel like you're losing the person before they've physically gone. You might want to cheer them up, bring up old memories, or spark conversations like before. But those efforts may fall flat, and that can leave you feeling helpless or even rejected. But here's what matters most. Even in withdrawal, they still feel your love. They may not always respond, but they know when you're there. A hand held, a soft blanket, sitting quietly beside them without pressure or expectation. These gestures carry deep meaning. If your loved one is pulling away, emotionally or socially, don't take it as a sign they've stopped caring. Instead, recognize it as a sacred part of the journey. They're preparing themselves in their own way for what lies ahead. Give them the space to do that. Let your love be a calm presence, not a demand. Speak softly. Let silence be okay. Sometimes the most comforting thing you can say is simply, I'm here, and I love you. Because in the end, what we remember most are the moments of presence. Not the words spoken, but the love felt. Sign number 4, increasing confusion or hallucinations. As the body begins to slow down, changes in brain function often follow. You may start to notice your loved one becoming more forgetful, disoriented, or confused about time and place. They might mix up names, repeat themselves, or ask the same question several times. In some cases, they may even speak to people who aren't there, or describe seeing things, often loved ones who have already passed. These experiences can be startling, but they're not uncommon in the final months of life. It's the brain processing reality differently as oxygen levels shift and energy declines. These moments of confusion can come and go. One day they may seem lucid, and the next they're distant or lost in thought. Try not to correct or challenge them. Instead, offer gentle reassurance. Stay calm. Hold their hand. Be present in whatever reality they're experiencing. This stage can be emotionally difficult to witness, but it's often a natural part of the body's transition. What matters most isn't reorienting them, it's helping them feel safe, seen, and supported. Sign number 5, changes in breathing patterns. One of the more visible signs that the body is nearing its final phase is a noticeable change in how a person breathes. You may begin to notice periods of shallow breathing or even long pauses between breaths, something known as Cheney-Stokes respiration. Breathing might speed up, then slow down, or become irregular altogether. These changes can be quiet and gradual at first, then grow more pronounced. Some people may develop a gentle gurgling sound in their chest, not necessarily painful, but often a sign that the body isn't clearing fluids as effectively as before. You might also notice that your loved one prefers to sit slightly upright as lying flat becomes uncomfortable. Shortness of breath may occur even with the smallest movement, like adjusting pillows or speaking a full sentence. As hard as this can be to witness, these breathing shifts are part of the body's natural way of slowing down. The heart and lungs begin to work less efficiently, and the body responds by conserving energy wherever it can. What helps most during this stage isn't panic or correction, it's calm reassurance. Keep the room cool, use a fan or humidifier, and speak softly. Sometimes medications or oxygen therapy may offer relief, but often just helping them feel safe and unhurried is the best support you can give. Sign number 6, skin and circulation changes. 6 months before passing, the body may begin to show changes in circulation. Hands, feet, and lips may feel cooler to the touch. Skin may appear blotchy or pale, especially in the extremities. This happens because blood is being redirected toward the organs that still need it most. These physical signs may be subtle at first, but over time they become more visible. It's the body's way of conserving energy. Keeping your loved one warm and comfortable, with cozy blankets and a peaceful room, becomes more important than ever. Sign number 7, a sudden burst of energy. One of the most surprising signs, often mistaken as recovery, is a sudden return of energy. A person who has been weak, quiet, and withdrawn may suddenly wake up alert, eat a full meal, or speak clearly after weeks of confusion. They may ask to see someone they've been missing. They may even smile, laugh, or share memories. This final rally is a mysterious but well-documented phenomenon. It's as if the body and soul are gathering strength for a final goodbye. If you notice this, cherish it. Take in their words, their smiles, their presence. This moment is a gift. Watching someone you love go through these changes is never easy. But understanding the signs and the story they tell can help you be there in the most meaningful way. This is a time to slow down, to speak softly, to hold a hand, and be fully present. It's a time for forgiveness, for comfort, and for peace. Death is not just an ending, it's a transition. And when we recognize the signs, we can walk alongside our loved ones with love, grace, and deep understanding. If this video helped you feel more prepared or comforted, please leave a comment below. Your voice matters, and you're not alone. Be sure to subscribe and turn on notifications for more helpful videos from Healthy Vibrance. Until next time, take care of yourself and those you love.